Good morning, friends, and welcome. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This morning, we are going to make this really easy but super pretty pendant. So I'm using a one-sided open bezel pendant. I did get these from Amazon. I have some feather stickers I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm using some OPI nail polish and this little container of bits and bobs. It's a nail art container that I got from Amazon, and I got this UV resin from Amazon as well as my UV light. Now I like to use a toothpick to help put everything around the edges of my pendant. I do wear a mask when I'm doing the UV resin. It does still emit a smell. It kind of smells like a nail salon. I probably should be wearing gloves as well. However, I am really careful that I don't touch the resin. And with the UV resin, it's easy to not do so. So I started off, I just painted the bottom of my pendant base and I let that dry, and then I put some resin on it and put it under the light for about 4 minutes. So on this part right here, I do apologize. I tried to go in and make sure that I took out all of the time of it sitting under the light, because I know that's just very wasted time, and I obviously forgot to cut this little part out. Sorry about that. But when you're doing the UV resin, one of the things that I have found is to make sure that you are doing it in layers. Doing layers is so important. It allows everything to dry evenly and well. And it's also nice because it allows you to give dimension to your piece. All right, so now that it's out for the 4 minutes, I'm going to go in and I'm using my OPI nail polish, and I'm going to put some more sparkle on it from there. And then I'm going to add my feather. I did have to just trim the bottom of my feather just a little bit because it was slightly too long. But this looks really cute in this pendant. So once I get it where I want, I'm just going to use my toothpick to just make sure all my edges are nice and smooth and placed where I want them to. And then I have this little container of bits and bobs that I'm going to use as well. Now with this UV resin, I mean, it is such small little drops at a time are what you're using. Just the tiniest amount. So with my container of bits and bobs here, there's some little gold strings in here that I'm going to put on. These are so fun. You can find so many cool embellishments. These little containers of things were very inexpensive. And I've just found all kinds of stuff, even just around my house, that I've used. All right, so I'm going to add another top of resin. And I know, like, doing that circular, it probably looks like I'm putting a lot on there, but I really am not putting much at all. Now, I did get a little bit on the sides, though, and I had to kind of go in and clean it up because I probably used more than I needed. But even then, it was just such a really small amount. So just like with your regular resin, you can clean up your sides if you need to with a baby wipe. But again, you know, water does not mix well with it. So don't touch anything that you don't want to not cure. All right, and then I just put it back under the light again for another 4 minutes. Then after I take it out, it's nice and smooth. It looks good, but I did decide that I want, just a little bit more of a high-rise top on it, if you will. So I decided to put just a little bit more on. And then just fix my sides. And I'll put it back in for 4 minutes. And this resin, if something happened that your light broke, it can cure in direct sunlight if you put it out there for 5 to 20 minutes. All right, so it's going to go in for the last 4 minutes. All right, and now this time it is done. And I love how it turned out. It's so pretty. It's just so cool, all the different things that you can put underneath your resin. And it just turns out really pretty. Well, I hope you liked this video. I'm loving this UV resin. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope you have a blessed and wonderful rest of the day. Bye, friends.